Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but today we have a very special recipe. We are making brown buttered chocolate chunk cookies. Y'all, this cookie is absolutely amazing. Hands down, 10 out of 10. It's soft. The chocolate, oh, so decadent. And I don't even have the words, y'all. I don't even have the words. The recipe is super simple, and this will be one of the best cookies that you have ever had. So let's get to the recipe. In a medium bowl, you are going to start with a cup and a half of all-purpose flour, and then you're going to have a cup and a half of cake flour. You heard me correctly. So I had pink salt. That's all I had. If you have regular iodized salt, use that. You're going to have a teaspoon of salt. Also a teaspoon of baking soda. Now, y'all know every single time I leave all ingredients listed with measurements in the description box below. Okay, so it's below. You're going to give that a good whisk. And then I added some granulated sugar, some dark brown sugar. If you have light brown, you can use that too. So 2 sticks of butter to a saucepan. Do not walk away from this butter, okay? If you walk away from the butter, it's gonna burn, and then your cookies is gonna be disgusting. So stick with the pot, and I just stirred, and then you see those little brown goodness, speckles in there. Remove it from the heat immediately, okay? I had to make this twice, not following my own damn instructions. And the second time around was much better. But as soon as it starts turning brown, you see those speckles, remove it from the heat. Because if you don't, they will turn black and it's going to be burnt butter. Okay? So we got our brown butter. Very, very simple. Just attention to detail. And we're going to pour that directly into our sugar mixture over here. Well, it's not mixed, but So all those little cruddy duds down to the bottom of the pan, put them in there too. No crud dud left behind. Everything that's in that pan is going to give our cookies such rich flavor, so make sure everything is accounted for. And then I took my whisk and mixed this very well, and it's going to resemble like sand, so it's not going to come together just yet, but be patient. Listen, good things take time, okay? So take your time. So I mixed that together very quickly. Added in my eggs. I did have my eggs at room temperature. And we're going to go ahead and mix that in. As you can see, it loosens up our sugar mixture. Beautiful. Look at the color. Already, I'm ready to lick the bowl. Okay, get you some good vanilla. And let the ancestors lead you, okay? You can follow the recipe, but I added a little bit more vanilla, probably like a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons. Who's counting? Okay. Then you're going to add in your dry ingredients. Just dump it in the bowl. And with my wooden spoon, I went ahead and folded this in. Now you want to make sure you don't over mix your dough. I do have a KitchenAid, but I always feel like I over mix my cookies when I use my KitchenAid. So this is not hard doing it by hand. You might have to use a little bit of elbow grease, just a little. And as you can see, I'm taking my spoon and scraping down my sides just to make sure all of that flour is nice and incorporated. And then if you look on the bottom, you can still see some traces of flour too. So be very, very careful not to overmix, but you don't want to see any flour in your dough. So make sure everything is well combined and it will come together just like so. So to that, I added in 2 bars, chocolate bars, and I just gave it a rough chop. Went ahead, chopped them up real quick, threw them in a bowl, and then you're going to fold those in very gently. Make sure you don't crush them because you don't want, it's not cookies and cream cookies. So I recommend rolling out your cookie balls at this point because they're very, very easy to work with. So I made the mistake of refrigerating first. And of course, I lined my cookie pan with parchment paper. So what I was saying is that I put this into the refrigerator, and it was hard as a rock. I had to leave it out for a little bit before I was able to kind of scoop them and work with it. So please listen to me and roll out your cookie dough prior to refrigerating. But don't skip that step. Make sure you refrigerate, okay? So I was able to come back And we're going to test out 2 separate sizes because I didn't know how the cookies were going to spread, because this was something I was playing with. It was in development. So I used my first tray to make the bigger cookies because I did want like a nice chunky cookie. So I'm going to put that in the oven on 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. And then I also rolled out a second sheet that has a little bit smaller cookies. And I just want to play around with how it spreads to see which I prefer. And they both came out beautifully. So again, in the oven, 350, 15 to 20 minutes. And this is the smaller set of cookies. I didn't do the cup trick where you kind of put it in a cup and swirl it around and make the perfect little circles, because we're not aiming for perfect cookies. We are aiming for delicious cookies. And I wanted them to have like that chunky monkey look, okay? So that's the smaller size cookies here. Nice and golden brown. The bottom of these cookies actually cooked up very nicely as well. I was very, very pleased with the coloring on the cookie. And as you can see, hold on the bottom, boom, perfect. Golden brown. So the small batch came out perfect. They didn't spread too much. They didn't really spread at all. They were perfect. So both sizes I recommend. And if you want to add a little bit more chocolate chips, I'm not sure how you guys like your cookies, but this was perfect for me. And then these are our big mamas, and they came out beautifully as well. So I prefer the bigger ones, y'all. I do. I like the bigger ones a little bit better. So again, this is so simple, but by far the best cookie I have ever baked to date. So one more time, a moment of silence for the chocolate pool. Ooh, yes. So this is a great recipe for the summer. The summer is here. Kids are out of school and they are looking for a quick but sweet treat. And this is the perfect recipe. So thank you guys for tuning into another video. I have another slow-mo chocolate pool for you. Mwah. I'll see you guys in the next video.